at Cincy Street Nights. I've already made a few passes. I just now started recording. I got the car all ready to go. I've already made 2 passes. It's not looking so great. The car's not really cooperating. Both 11.7 passes. I'm an 11.50 index. That just ain't gonna work. So we need to try to figure out what we need to do. The car's running good. I just don't know if it's the weather or what's going on, but it's just not working out in my favor today. So we're gonna keep pushing and try to get this 11.5 down. I don't know what's different this time than last time. I found a few problems with my setup, so I made the correct changes and hopefully get it all together. We'll see what happens, but we'll get back to it. See in the last clip, that is the only clip I got at Edgewater, and we made it 3 rounds. The car did fairly good. I feel like there's a lot of improvements it could have done. Well, maybe not necessarily the car, but me. There's a few things I need to fix and work on, but we're getting there. You know, it's all just gonna need to get familiar with this setup, and not that the setup's different, but the motor setup. It's obviously an H22 now, not an H23. So I need to get used to it not being as fast as it was, which is all fine and dandy. Doesn't really bother me that much. I don't really care. I am fast enough to run the 11.5 index, and that's really all I care about this year. But to go back, let's kind of have a recap. I made it 3 rounds, got knocked out by like 1,000. I think I ran an 11.6 something. Another guy ran an 11.6 something also. I don't know. I don't have the slip in front of me, but anyways, car did really good. It did what it was supposed to do. Went A to B every time. No real big issues other than I had a spacer here to keep this from hitting the top of the valve cover. In my last video, I guess I never moved that washer. Obviously I trimmed that, pretty sure I trimmed that so that way that wouldn't be a problem anymore. Well, I guess I still had it on there or didn't remove it or whatever happened. I went to go change the spark plugs and the washer fell inside the spark plug hole. Luckily the spark plug was in there, but it took me forever to get out. Barely made it the first round. I kind of almost gave up. Had a lot of people come try to help, and I was just kind of defeated and done at that point, but somehow I managed to get it out, and somehow made it the first round barely. Made it the second round, went 3rd, and then got knocked out 3rd. But anyways, main reason of this video is just kind of give you an update on what happened at the track. I mean, truthfully, it was a really good day at the track. I know I've probably said that 12 times already, but main problem in today's video is going to be whatever we got going on. The oil leak is not fixed. Not even close. Actually, I believe it's to be worse now than it was before. So I'm thinking that the sensor was never the problem, or maybe was some of it, and maybe it's leaking somewhere else. I don't know. That's what we're going to get into today. We're going to go ahead and get the pan off down there. We're going to get the pan off and then see if I can get a better glimpse. I mean, you can see that whole thing is covered in oil down there. The pan is pretty soaked in oil. I probably should have stopped racing, to be honest, but it looked like most of the oil was going in the catch pan, so I wasn't too worried about it. There was no oil leaking underneath the car, so I wasn't too terribly worried about it. It all looked like it went onto the car, so I just made sure it had oil in it. That's really all I did. But we're going to go ahead and get that pan off and get the oil filter off, and oh, we don't need to be that close. Whoa. Anyways, so we're gonna get that stuff off. I am gonna go over everything that I've done on the back of this. We're taking the oil filter off. We're putting a new oil filter on. We're changing the oil. New gasket for the oil filter adapter itself. I got new gaskets. Hopefully they're the right size. I reached out to WickFab and they were able to give me the O-ring size, and I ordered it. I haven't tested to see if they were the correct ones. Hopefully they are. If not, I will try to see if they can ship me one as fast as they can. I know they're in Canada, so it's kind of hard to get stuff right now. And I'm gonna go ahead and take that oil pressure sensor. I don't think the fittings themselves are leaking. I think it's either that piece that goes into the back of the block that's leaking, and or the oil filter housing itself. I just think it's a bad O-ring. Something, you know, a piece of metal or something got stuck in between the O-rings, or something of that sort, or something's not sealed correctly. I don't think it's anything crazy, but it needs to be fixed and assessed. So we're gonna go ahead and knock into that and hopefully get this thing to stop leaking oil, because honestly, the course doesn't really need any maintenance other than spark plugs and oil changes at this point. Making sure everything's running good. I'm hoping not to have to do a big maintenance thing after every track run. This car really doesn't need to be. So, but let's go ahead and hop into that and see what we can find. Before we start doing anything, I'm gonna go ahead and wipe this down, at least for now. Just try to get all the stuff that we know is not leaking. Now, being able to loosen it, don't look like anything came out, which is fine. Honestly, really shouldn't have. And I don't think this will swing out like I had hoped. I was hoping that would swing out. There's another bolt up there, but I already got it out. But I was kind of hoping that it would pivot down from where it was at. But it does not look like it's gonna happen. So we're gonna have to loosen these up and then take that bracket off. So keep going at it. Which is all right. It's not a big deal. We'll go ahead and take that bracket off. I have finally found the oil leak, and it is in fact coming from the oil adapter. I think the O-ring is probably shot, probably needed to be replaced. I did not replace it when I swapped it over to this motor, and I probably should have. I'm gonna go ahead and get it off now. I'm gonna climb under the car and see if I can get a better picture for you guys, or a better video, so I can show you where exactly it's leaking. I didn't feel like taking a video while the car was running. You couldn't hear me, and it was kind of tight and a little hot. So, but I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys where that's at, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get this oil filter off, and then get this adapter plate off, and then see if these O-rings that I ordered will work and fit. So let's get to that. All right, guys, so we're under the car now, and see this spot right here?
That's exactly where the oil's coming from. It is leaking right behind that adapter plate. So we're gonna go ahead and get this oil filter off and get the oil adapter plate off, and then see if these gaskets that I have will work, and then we'll go ahead and get that sealed, and then hopefully no more oil leaks. Okay, now we got that loose. Pull that off. It does not look like there's anything there preventing it from actually sealing. I think the O-ring just needed to be replaced. So here's the back side of it. I am pretty sure that this just needs a new O-ring. I'm going to go ahead and pull this out and compare it to the ones I have, and hopefully it works. So let's get to that. So I got this all cleaned up. This is the old O-ring, this is the new O-ring, and I'm pretty sure that's going to work just fine. It sits in there flush. I don't think we're going to have any issues. I just don't think the O-ring should have been replaced. I apologize for my mess I got, but I'm just pretty sure that this O-ring probably just needed to be replaced. You know, I won't know until I get the car back on and see if it's going to leak or not. But we'll go ahead and get that back on. I'm probably not going to record that because you saw me take it off, and it's, you know, kind of like putting an oil filter on. So, alright guys, so we got everything wrapped up here. Got the new oil filter on, if you can see a bit down there. Got everything reattached. Got the half shaft reattached. Got a fresh new oil change, fresh new filter obviously, and all that good stuff. So gonna go ahead and get it started up and see what we can get figured out, and hopefully just keep pushing to get this thing ready, and hopefully it's leak free from now on. So let's go ahead and jump into that and get this thing started and see what happens.
go ahead and check the oil, make sure it's good. Should be. Put 5 quarts in it. Probably gonna take a little bit more. Should be good. There wasn't a whole lot of oil in that one, but really wasn't all that low. I'll double check it before we take it out for the track day, but looks like everything's wrapped up for now. It's not really a whole lot I can do other than take it to the track, and hopefully it makes it without leaking oil. That would be great. So we'll go ahead and keep on trucking, and hopefully we can make it plates and 28s Woodstock this weekend. We'll kind of see how it goes, but thank you guys for watching, and see you on the next one. Peace.